Hey guys, welcome to This Week in Van Life. I am Joe Bauer and I'm living this van life with my wife, Emily Kramer. This video is gonna be all about Estes Park and Rocky Mountain National Park, where we did some awesome hike/trail runs. We had a cool place to work. Our campground was awesome and I'm gonna share it all with you coming up here in a second. If you guys like these videos, please hit the like button, as well as consider subscribing, because every single like and subscribe that we get helps motivate us to keep on making these videos. All right, here we go. First up on the hiking and trail running, we hiked and ran up to Sky Pond in Rocky Mountain National Park. Now, quick side note here, if you're gonna go into Rocky Mountain National Park, you have to make sure that you have a timed permit or entry or access point / pass to get in. You also need an additional pass for the Bear Lake Road. So if you're gonna do any hiking up in that direction, make sure that you have the entry pass and the Bear Lake Road pass. And I'm putting the links to these things down in the show notes below. So if you need to figure that out, make sure that you check those links out and make sure that you have your passes before you go. Back to Sky Pond. We did this hike and it was magnificent. It was about 10 to 11 miles, and we did it as kind of like a loop / out and back. So if you look at our Garmin Connect information by clicking on the link down below, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But we passed 7 lakes. The first 2 or 3 were super busy, and then we got further away and it became pretty much our own park. So I highly recommend doing something like this. And the whole hike was really beautiful, from the first step off of the bus all the way until the last step back onto the bus. And you don't usually get that in a lot of hikes, but this one, it was top notch. So I highly recommend it. If you can put in 10 miles of high elevation, Sky Pond is the way to go. Just make sure that if you're going to do this hike or any of them on the Bear Lake Road, that you plan on hiking or parking at the bus station and then taking the bus up to the trailheads. The trailhead parking is very minimal, and you don't want to end up having to drive all the way up there and then drive all the way back because you didn't just park and take the bus. We also did a shorter hike at Gem Lake, which is at the Lumpy Ridge Trailhead, and it's not inside of the park, so you don't need to mess with having a permit or a pass or whatever to do this hike. And it's still really a great, beautiful hike. Not that hard really, but really beautiful. You can just show right up and do the hike, and it's just right outside of town. For the food, we actually didn't eat out at any of the local cuisine in Estes Park, and this was mostly because the place was packed. It was slam jam, packed as can be, even during the week. So make sure that you prepare yourself, and prepare yourself by having your reservations or whatever it may be at the campgrounds, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and you know where you're gonna park, because if you have a large rig, it is not easy to park in Estes Park. You have to plan ahead or park quite a bit away from where you wanna go if you wanna go into town. That being said, we did have a great time at the Starbucks for work. They had a lot of places to sit down and plug in. There was a couple of good parking spots for our 23 foot van. I wouldn't recommend going anything bigger than that. It would just be a pretty big disaster potentially. And the Starbucks had pretty fast internet at about 80 down and 20 up, although that fluctuated a lot with the number of people that were in these Starbucks. For camping, we stayed at Estes Park Campground at Mary Lake. It was an awesome campground. A little bit more on the expensive side, but they have all different kinds of rates depending on what kind of vehicle and camping you're doing. Make sure that you check it out and pick one of the sites that are on the outskirts, because you will get more exclusion from the rest of the campers, a little bit quieter, as well as more chance to see wildlife like we did, elk and deer hiking through our site. So check that out. It was a cool campground. And if you have a Class A, just know that you're gonna be put in like a parking lot. The Class A's with full hookups are just slam jam bammed right in together there. Not the best situation. As if there's not enough to do in the Estes Park area, they also have a mountain bike park. Very, very cool if you want to go practice your jump line skills, your pump track skills, and they even have a couple of little bridges and rocks that you can play on. If you're looking to spend some extra time on enhancing your mountain bike skills, it's a fun place to go, and I got the link to the map down below. All right guys, that was it for this video on Estes Park and Rocky Mountain National Park. If you liked it, please hit that like button. If you really liked it, please hit the subscribe button. And if you have any questions at all, let us know. We're happy to answer them, even if they do not pertain to this particular video. Or if you have other videos that you'd like to see us do about van life in general, just let us know. All right guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.